Such an agreement would include recognition that the world must aim as soon as possible to hold global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, a long-term low-carbon future, 5-year updated action plans that recognize the developing climate reality, and aid to those countries that did little to cause climate change but are most at risk from it. The researchers think that long-distance flyers such as the American golden plover and the white-rumped sandpiper picked up the spores while lining their nests. Then when the birds arrive in new places they molt, leaving behind the feathers and their precious cargo to start growing again at the other end of the world. For centuries, Atlantis has been one of the Western world's favorite legends. A tantalizing blend of fantasy and mystery. Stories tell of a rich and glorious empire that was lost to the sea, where some hope its ruins still lie, waiting to be discovered. Dolphins, whales and porpoises are all social animals, but some species are more sociable than others. This depends on the environment because a species adopts the lifestyle most suitable for this. Among dolphins, forming groups makes it easier for them to find food, reproduce and gain knowledge. They are safer, too, because dolphins can communicate danger when there are threats around. Surprisingly, despite what appear to be infinite variations, all difficult conversations share a common structure. When you're caught up in the details and anxiety of a particularly difficult conversation, this structure is hard to see. But understanding that structure is essential to improve how you handle your most challenging conversations. The quest for a user-friendly copyright regime began a decade ago when the Hong Kong government launched a public consultation on copyright protection in the digital environment in December 2006. Although this consultation initially sought to address internet-related challenges, such as those caused by peer-to-peer file-sharing technology, the reform effort quickly evolved into a more comprehensive digital upgrade of the Hong Kong copyright regime. As we progress into the 21st century, communications are becoming faster and faster. Think of millions of different media images you are bombarded with every day. It is as important now to be able to read and make sense of those images as it has been to be able to read the ordinary text. Electronic discourse is one form of interactive electronic communication. In this study, we reserve the term for the two-directional text in which one person using a keyboard writes language that appears on the sender's monitor and is transmitted to the monitor of a recipient, who responds by the keyboard. The study tracked about 1,000 adults in the United States, and they ranged in age from 34 to 93, and they started the study by asking how much stress have you experienced in the last year? They also asked how much time have you spent helping out friends, neighbors and people in your community? And then they used public records for the next 5 years to find out who died. The living room is the most used part that withholds most of the traffic coming in and out of the house. It is highly recommended that the flooring should be strong enough that it can endure all such amendments done with your furniture or to the increasing and decreasing ratio of visitors. For this purpose, you can opt for hardwood flooring. Being classy and sophisticated in look, it is the perfect choice for your living room whenever you are remodeling your home. This book is no ordinary book and should not be read through from beginning to end. It contains many different adventures, and the path you take will depend on the choices you make along the way. The success or failure of your mission will depend on the decisions you make, so think carefully before choosing. Two sisters were at a dinner party when the conversation turned to upbringing. The elder sister started to say that her parents had been very strict and that she had been rather frightened of them. Her sister, younger by 2 years, interrupted in amazement. "What are you talking about?" she said. "Our parents were very lenient. I remember being allowed to stay out late and to do all sorts of things. How could you call them strict?" Legal writing is usually less discursive than writing in other humanities subjects, and precision is more important than variety. Sentence structure should not be too complex. It is usually unnecessary to make extensive use of adjectives or adverbs, and consistency of terms is often required. The semiconductor industry has been able to improve the performance of electric systems for more than 4 decades by making ever smaller devices. However, this approach will soon encounter both scientific and technical limits, which is why the industry is exploring a number of alternative device technologies. The Japanese tea ceremony is a ritual influenced by Buddhism in which green tea is prepared and served to a small group of guests in a peaceful setting. The ceremony can take as long as hours, and there are many traditional gestures that both the server and the guest must perform. Physical geography elucidates the delicate balance maintained by Earth systems. The constant movement of tectonic plates shapes the planet's surface, leading to the formation of mountains, valleys, and ocean basins. The awe-inspiring spectacle of volcanic activity gives birth to islands and reshapes landscapes. Climatology, a vital facet of geography, delves into the complex web of atmospheric elements that define Earth's weather patterns and climates. It is the scientific pursuit of understanding how the sun's energy, Earth's surface, and the atmosphere interact to create the conditions we experience. Global climate patterns are influenced by an intricate network of factors, including latitude, altitude, ocean currents, and prevailing winds. The interplay of these elements creates phenomena such as the global circulation patterns, which regulate temperature and precipitation across the planet. The ramifications of climate change, driven by human activities, underscore the urgency of climatological studies. Rising global temperatures lead to melting ice caps, sea level rise, and shifts in precipitation patterns, which collectively pose challenges to agriculture, water resources, and vulnerable communities. Biogeography offers a captivating narrative of life's distribution across Earth's surface, unraveling the intricate connections between ecosystems and species. The study of biogeography reveals how geography shapes the evolution, distribution, and diversity of life forms. Biogeography explains the symbiotic interactions between species, such as the relationship between pollinators and flowering plants. This understanding is essential for conserving biodiversity and ensuring the delicate balance of Earth's ecosystems. Human geography introduces a layer of complexity, exploring how societies, cultures, and economies interact with their environment. It is a lens through which we understand the spatial distribution of human activities, from settlements and industries to agriculture and transportation networks. Human geography also examines the dynamics of migration, both within and across borders. Push and pull factors, such as economic opportunities, political stability, and quality of life, shape migration patterns. The movement of people contributes to the cultural mosaic of regions and has far-reaching economic and social implications. The South China Sea, characterized by overlapping territorial claims and the presence of vital shipping lanes, exemplifies the complexities of geopolitics in the modern world. Resource distribution also plays a pivotal role in geopolitics. Access to valuable resources such as oil, minerals, and water sources can lead to competition, conflict, and diplomatic negotiations.